Oh,
All right, and we're back with another edition of the Scotty Knows Show. Um, for the first time, I think we've ever had a married couple on the show.
hey, that's us.
I mean, I don't have my ring on, so I'm
Me either. I'm not
technically not.
married
Yeah,
right
we're not
now.
married right now.
Yeah. Mackenzie, you've been on the show before. It's been a while. How you doing?
Great. It's been what, a year plus, I think.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, wonderful. Yeah, life is happening and the band is growing and we didn't play sleigh ride this year and everything.
I was disappointed. I felt targeted.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what was that about exactly?
It this is what happened. I presented them with three different pieces, one that we were preparing when COVID shut everything down, one that was requested by a senior, and one, join all things, that I was like, these kids are going to hate it to start, but love it to finish. And I didn't even bring out Sleigh Ride. I just said, here you go. And there were a couple questions of where Sleigh Ride, didn't say a word, and then they never asked again.
Um, wow, that's crazy. Justin, this is your first time on the show.
Yep.
For those that may not know you, tell everybody kind of a little bit about yourself.
Ooh, the big. I mean, the big thing is I'm Mackenzie's husband. I used to be the middle school band director back in
A long
14,
time
14,
ago.
something like
Long time
that.
ago.
For a couple of years, and now I currently work at Bank West, and I'm there. I work in the learning and development department, so basically the training department, teaching department, and
He's
I.
a kick butt guitar player. We're in his
Oh,
guitar room. Show them the
I
guitar
mean, that's
room.
not what I do, but
Yeah. Oh my.
Ours.
Oh my.
he's blocking the rest of them.
And we have Star Wars there, but we'll show you that later.
Oh
But yeah,
yeah.
the kick
But
butt
yeah,
guitar player.
and I do a lot of media stuff for the bank. So
And he's
Yep.
part of Wolfhound.
yeah, Wolfhound.
Yes. That reminds me of something that Mackenzie told me. Did your band open for Spill Canvas?
No, so actually, so Spill Canvas went on tour in 2015. It was their first nationwide tour in a bunch of years. I don't remember how long. And their guitar player had just had a kid, and so I actually filled in and played guitar for them for that tour. So
Like
What?
toured
yeah,
with Spill
yeah.
Canvas.
So
They opened for Motion City soundtrack.
yeah,
What?
yeah.
Yeah.
So we did a 3 month tour over the summer. Actually, while I was teaching in Pier here in the first month and a half, we opened for Motion City on their nationwide tour, and then we did a headlining tour the rest of the time.
That is sick.
So yeah, it was for the One Fell Swoop 10-year anniversary, I think, 15 years, something like that. I think it's 10-year.
Yeah.
So,
Because I think most recently, I think is that the one that had All Over You on the
yeah,
album?
yep,
Yeah, that I think that just celebrated 15 years
yeah.
not
So it
long
would have been
ago.
10 years then,
Oh
yeah.
gosh, we're old.
So yeah,
It doesn't feel like it was that long ago. But I
Um,
was like casually driving to Peoria and meeting you there
yep.
to see the show. Yeah.
yeah. Um, yeah, I saw that that was uh a like a album that, it's the 15th anniversary. I figured why not? I'll give it a listen. Still holds up.
Oh
Still
yeah,
Oh
really good.
yeah.
yeah. My
Yeah.
my favorite was either Staple Gun. That's a great song, mainly because it has a guitar solo in the middle or at the end. So I love playing that one. And then the opening song, Prima Lima Vista, I think is what it's called, something like that. But it's got a bunch of really cool heavy riffs in it.
Yeah.
So
Um, Mackenzie, you have uh you're going to be going to Kansas? Is that what the deal is?
Yes, I was approved to take a year leave of absence here from here to go to the University of Kansas. So Rock Chalk Jayhawks. I'm going to be there for a year working on my doctorate. So half a year I will be teaching some college courses and taking my own courses. And then for the other half, I will be working on my dissertation, which is like my big final project that takes like a few years. So yeah.
All of that sounds terrible. Sounds like the worst time ever.
Full disclosure though, Justin's staying here.
Yep.
Like I plan on coming back and I like not leaving just 1 year. But yeah, so I'll be coming back like less than a semester later, becoming Dr. McKeithan Jensen, hopefully.
Oh.
Yeah.
Um.
Wild.
So that way, when people say on a plane, is there a doctor? We have a medical emergency. You can stand up and say yes.
No, not medical. That's when you make the joke like, hey, they need a doctor. Do they need you to look at one of their music scores? No, they need a medical doctor.
Okay.
Oh, you haven't seen the joke?
No, mine was better.
Oh, okay. He's gonna have so much fun with us.
Yeah.
So we've been having some terrible weather lately.
Yes.
Yeah. So right now I think it's in like the negative like 30s or something like that right now.
Something stupid.
Negative
Yeah.
7 without wind chill right now.
Yeah, tomorrow it's supposed to be like 65 below with wind chill.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
We shovel off a little spot in the patio to sunbathe a little bit if we need to.
Oh my God.
So
Yeah, so we can get frostbite in 5 minutes.
hey.
Yeah. So so how
Mm-hmm.
have you guys been kind of surviving this this weather?
TV. I watched last week when we were having our big storms. I watched the first 2 seasons of White Lotus and got caught up on some shows that I had been not watching. So
Okay.
I'm pulling up a picture of what
you got
I've
the
been
picture?
doing. Is that a decent picture?
Yeah.
Okay. This is what I did. So, oh, you can't really tell. So for Christmas, I like to make my nephew things from scratch because he's so hard to shop for.
Yeah.
And he loves Star Wars. And so 2 years ago, I made him Jedi robes. And so this year I decided I was going to make him a Jedi tunic. And so that's what I did. Since it was like forced time off, his present. So, and napped a lot because it's been a long semester.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. What did you do, Scotty?
Not a whole lot. I bought a PlayStation 2 because apparently 2022 is the year that I decided to become 16 again.
Nostalgia is.
So my question about that is, did you previously have a PS2 like back in the day?
Yes.
Oh, nice. So what's your go-to game?
Right now it's NFL 2K5 and the College Football 2008. Those are the 2 games I have. And then for some reason I decided when I went up to Walmart the other day, I decided, if I don't get this now, it's not going to be available on Christmas Eve. So I bought a PlayStation 5.
Hell yeah.
Wait, can we swear on this podcast?
That's not a
Yes,
swear.
of course.
Okay. Just checking. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be like dropping F-bombs or anything.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I saw that and I was super. So did it come with the God of War or was it just like an
It
advertisement?
sure
Oh
did.
man. It looks so good.
Oh yeah. My favorite game to play so far is this game called Stray, where
yeah, I've heard about that.
where you're a cat, and and whenever the cat purrs, the controller vibrates, and you can just meow at like robots and stuff. It's pretty great.
Yeah. I think that was on the Ringer's top 10 video games of the year.
Was it?
I think so.
I didn't finish that podcast.
It was a good one.
The Ringer nerd culture.
Yep.
But anyway, we're not here to promote other podcasts. We are here.
Yes.
Scotty.
You had a we're gonna go back in time a little bit here to October.
Yep.
You had a costume concert. What exactly were you dressed up as?
Sylvie, the Enchantress from Loki season 1 and 2, which the trailer just dropped recently.
No, it didn't.
Yeah, it did.
Oh,
There
I
was
didn't
a
see
new
that.
Rockstar's breakdown.
Didn't see that.
I haven't watched the trailer, but yes, Sylvie the Enchantress, which we are obsessed with the Loki show. We have a cat named after Sylvie, and yeah, I mean,
Surprised they're not in here.
me too. Oh, one's coming. Oh, speak of the devil, it's Sylvie. Sylvie's coming to join us. But that's what I was dressed as, and that was something that I sewed from scratch because I am I don't know, I like to
Overachiever.
stress myself out, I guess. I remade my crown the morning of. So but yeah, that's what I was dressed as. It wasn't themed or anything, like the costume concert itself. Everyone got to pick what they wanted to do, but that was something I decided over the summer that I wanted to do because I love that show.
Yeah. So Justin, I've noticed you've shot like games for the Govs for the football team.
Yep.
And you've also shot I think Bucking on the River, you shot something for them this past summer.
2 years in a
Yeah,
row
the
now,
past 2 years now. Yeah.
Okay. But you also you got to go on the Yankton trip this year, I saw.
Yep.
Which my kids kept asking about you, by the way.
Oh no.
They were like, oh man, remember last year when Scotty came? I'm not making it up. Seriously, we did a whole overnight trip.
Yeah,
Like
it was a blast.
It was a big deal. The school paid for us to stay in a hotel overnight.
Really?
Yeah, we
Oh
had
man.
15 hotel rooms. Which I'm sure isn't like crazy. You know, the football team has so many players. So when they go to state, but for us, it was like we went to Groton and then we drove down to Sioux Falls, took an hour or so, and then we went and stayed in a hotel. And then the next morning, they just like cleaned up.
Yeah.
Like
basically everything they could win, they did win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sleep makes a difference.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a lot of fun last year. By the way, I don't think I've ever like truly thanked you for this, Mackenzie. But when I stopped working at the paper, you were like one of the first people to reach out.
Aw. You seem so happy now. I'm so happy for you. Just like so relaxed now.
Oh yeah.
Good.
So I do have to ask, are both of you guys Spotify users?
We both use Apple Music just because we both have iPhones and it's been integrated. And we actually have like a family plan, so they give you a discount. So we get it for half price.
Okay.
So no, we don't know what our Spotify
they did do Apple's version of that. I can't remember what my top plays were.
Mine were probably garbage because I didn't start really using it until I started going to the gym. And even then it was just kind of like, oh, what's this workout playlist?
I could look
What
do you listen to when you're at the gym?
Okay, so full disclosure, I have been I'm an active workout person. I have been forever, but we have a home gym. So I only recently joined a gym. It varies. Some days I'm listening to Broadway musical soundtracks.
Getting pumped up to defying gravity.
It's one day that one of my friends in the PhD program was talking about. I can't even remember what type of music, but it's straight out of New Orleans, but it's not jazz. I can't remember what it's called, but I pulled that up and I was listening to that. If I think of it, I'll send you what it's called, Scotty, because it's very niche. But it's like rap drag meets, I don't know how to describe it. It's wild. Yeah.
You like Kendrick and stuff like that.
Yeah, I've been trying to listen to like Kendrick and everything, but like I don't like the slow hip hop rap. I want something that's just like, I don't know. I pick and choose. So if it's
Okay.
like a hard hitting, like, I can't even describe it. If it's something that makes me just go, then I want to listen to it. But I'll also be honest, sometimes I put on my headphones and I don't listen to anything because I'm a huge people watcher. And we'll have very interesting conversations at the gym. So sometimes I like to listen to those more than
Okay.
music. But I'm also somebody that will just throw like straight up bands, like concert band John Mackey music on. Ask any of my students and they will say that I have a weird obsession with John Mackey music. Yeah, anyway, long story short, I don't have a specific thing that I listen to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Justin, what exactly do you listen to?
I mean, I listen to everything. I just pulled up the Apple Music. They call it your year replay. My top plays were Pierce the Veil, the new Pierce the Veil song, Pastor Nirvana. A lot of Polyphia, if you know who Polyphia is. And the new Coheed album was big for me this year.
Ooh.
That one, I in my top 10, I've got 5 songs.
How do you find that?
You go to playlists,
Go
go to your Apple Music.
I'm working on it.
Okay. I do also have the new Story of the Year songs. Those are pretty good if you haven't checked those out. And I like a lot of Corey Wong and Wolfpack and Fearless Flyers, some of that faster brass stuff.
Yeah. Mine this year was very weird. My number one artist was State Champs.
Oh
yeah. I think I saw
Yeah.
that
Oh
on Facebook.
man, Elevated is a hell of a tune.
Yeah. And I think number 2 was Avril Lavigne
Yeah.
or MGK is one of those two. I know both of
Okay.
them are in it.
Question.
Yes.
Do you stand on the Avril Lavigne theory?
Theory.
That she's like a twin.
Yeah, or like that the real Avril Lavigne, have you never heard this?
No.
The real Avril Lavigne supposedly died and like this is like a stand-in. They said that about Putin and then what's his name from North Korea?
Kim Jong.
Yeah. Where do you stand on that? Do you think it's actually her or not?
I think it's actually her. I do.
Because God forbid as we get older we look different, right?
Yeah. And
Playlist.
And then I know that Zach Bryan, he's like a young country singer. He's in that grouping as well.
Fun fact about Avril Lavigne, she opened my very first concert I ever went to.
Really?
Simple Plan and Avril Lavigne opened for her.
What?
Throwback.
It was
Oh
sweet.
my-
It was right after No Pads, No Helmets, Just Balls, I think is the Simple Plan
Yep.
album. After that, it was right after that album came out. So they were on tour for that, and Avril Lavigne had just released like Complicated and all those songs. That she was
Yep. The Let Go album, I believe it is.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Which
Yeah.
oh my God, this is gonna make me feel so old. That
You're not older than us.
that album is 20 years old.
Yeah. I went to it. So the only reason I went to it is because my sister and her best friend were supposed to go, and her best friend backed out last minute. So my parents were like, "You're just gonna take your brother," and my sister hated taking me to that thing. But we were in the pit. We were like halfway up in the pit for maybe like on the 3-point line of the basketball court, and they're like on the at the end of the court. And it was awesome. It was cool.
Where was this at?
Target Center, I think.
Oh, okay.
I think it was at the Target Center in Minneapolis.
Okay. One of my first concerts, it was a Keith Urban concert, and he had quite the opening act. She had just released I think it was like her debut album, and I got to meet her. I got to shake her hand. And everything. Miranda Lambert.
Oh, casual. Yeah.
Yeah, no big deal.
No biggie. Yeah.
Yeah. No big deal. But yeah, totally lost the autograph that I had
Oh no.
from that night.
I actually had a signed poster from Hawk Nelson. Have you heard of them?
I've heard
Hawk
of them.
Nelson? Of course I have.
Okay, so I grew up in a like church household, and so I went to Hills Alive every year. And back when they were not streamlined, they were at Hills Alive. And so my friend and I went and got their autographs on our posters or whatever. And yeah, my friend like kept it and then lost it.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
that Letters to the President album is one of my favorite albums. I
Good.
love that.
Yeah.
So I want to play this game before we get into our tier list of musical instruments. Since you guys are married, I've wanted to I want to play a little bit of a newlywed game type of thing.
Okay, okay. Let's go.
Okay. So, better cook. Ooh, what do you cook?
Me,
Everything.
everything.
Oh, okay.
Well, okay, so to be fair, like Justin was very much a bachelor when I met him, and like his whole family, like his mom was never a cook. And she told me that from the beginning. Yeah, she wasn't much of a cook person. But he would do like pastas and stuff. But like in my family, like my grandma taught me to cook, my mom taught me to cook, and so like I don't know, you've picked up a lot of stuff. So like he'll make our burgers and our fries and whatever else. But I don't know. I do most of our meal prep every week.
Yeah, and she always asks me to like help out with it. I'm like, okay, well,
How
what do I
much?
do?
I'm like,
And
I don't know.
she's like, I just do it, and it turns out great.
Stuff in there.
Yeah. Okay, I'll just dump a couple cups of Worcestershire sauce in the burger.
Worcestershire.
Worcestershire.
Like one thing that he really likes is like I invented
Shepherd's pie.
shepherd's pie meal prep that we do, but it has cauliflower in the like topping. So like
Okay.
the base of it is ground turkey and like
Peas.
yeah, frozen peas, and then I do like tomato paste, tomato sauce, some water, some flour to thicken it.
When she says some, she really means like, yeah, just throw something in there.
Right. Yeah. And then my topping is just boiled potatoes. It's basically like mashed potatoes, but I add cauliflower because I used to be really good about veggies, but I'm not anymore. And so we need to get our
And I'm
fiber.
always great about veggies.
He's
I
awful.
eat all the veggies, all the
So anyway, yeah, so that's like the one big thing that I like to cook a lot. But I don't know, my grandma, my mom taught me just like simple, easy, you know, it's not they're usually nutrient dense, healthy, but sometimes it's just like, you know, toss what's that chicken with the Dijon mustard and the salsa.
I don't remember what it's
Anyway, but my mom learned a lot of that from like a Betty Crocker cookbook, and she just passed on those recipes to me. So I don't know. Yeah, me.
Okay.
You're very good at popcorn. He's good at popcorn.
Good popcorn.
Better driver.
Better driver? No. Yeah. No. Me. Me. No, it's definitely
Just because
me.
you sit in the passenger seat and freak out every time I drive. Driver.
I'm literally doing this. It stresses me out.
I've never been in an accident.
I've never gotten a ticket.
Okay.
That's not great who's a better driver. Just because I selected to speed and got a few tickets in my day.
I've never been in an accident either.
Well,
I'm also a very evasive driver.
If you can get away from the cops easy.
More patient. Really?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I'm so type A it hurts.
And I'm whatever is not that.
Type B. You're very type B. Like I cleaned up his office for him, kind of a thing.
First to fall asleep. Oh, okay.
8 p.m. bedtime, baby.
Midnight.
Yeah, I'll think of more as we're going along here.
Probably say those out loud though, because not everyone's gonna watch the YouTube, right?
A lot more people watch the YouTube than they do the others.
Okay. First of all, Mackenzie.
Yeah. Oh, I see a question that I wrote down that I didn't get to
Okay.
ask. So, you have a lot of students joining honor bands.
Yes.
Yes. Like too many to mention right now, because I could mention them and I would totally forget at least one of them.
Yeah.
What exactly are honor bands for those that are uninitiated?
Sure. So there's a couple different types. The short answer is that it's musicians from different bands that get together for a few days in a band and learn the music. Like they have a quick rehearsal, like 2 days, and then they put on a concert. So some of them are nomination only. So the student can nominate themselves or the director will nominate them. And then they're usually kind of guaranteed a spot. So like every school gets at least one student in, kind of a thing. So it's inclusive. And some of them people audition for. So yeah, I mean, it's just musicians of all walks of life that get together and prepare a concert together. It's really, it's so fun. I love honor bands.
Um, so you were in honor bands, I'm guessing.
Absolutely. Yeah. I was in them and I also ran them in college.
Hell.
Yeah.
So, Justin, what was other than like, playing in band, the bands that you played in, what is like your musical background?
So my mom was my band teacher. So and my sister's actually a teacher in Aberdeen at Simmons Middle School and at Aberdeen Central. She does choir there. But I grew up playing trombone, or I guess I started with piano like way back in the day, and I hated it. But then my musical instrument in band is trombone. I went to school for trombone. That was my main instrument in college. But I picked up guitar then when I was a freshman, and actually it's a kind of a funny story how I picked up guitar. I had some buddies that played it, and I kind of goofed around on it a little bit. My first song I ever learned how to play was "Hash Pipe" by Weezer. But I I always wanted a guitar, and freshman or the summer before freshman year, I went to a football camp up in Valley City with my football team, and I tore my ACL. So I had to sit out for 6 months or whatever the recovery time was. And so my folks, literally the day that I got out of the hospital for my ACL surgery, I'm sitting in the back of the car with like the big machine on that works your leg and ices your knee for you and everything. And we ran into Sioux Falls Music, and they bought me this yellow guitar that's hanging on the wall back over here.
Ah,
So I picked up guitar too, but yeah, I played trombone all through high school and college too.
okay.
Bass.
Well, specifically bass trombone in college.
So I know you guys are big Marvel people. Um, Also a little bit of Star Wars, as you mentioned earlier. I have not seen it yet, but how is Andor?
Yeah, can't recommend it highly enough.
I watched the first like 3 episodes. I have this thing during school where I can't watch new shows because I just can't commit. But I watched the first 3 and I've listened to our favorite podcast and listening to him and my grandfather who was around when Star Wars first showed up adores it.
And I guess I'll say this, it's not even great Star Wars, it's just great television.
Yeah, I don't want to give it away.
Yeah, it's just great storytelling in general, and it just happens to be about Star Wars.
My understanding is you don't need to know anything about Star Wars. Yeah, you don't need to know a thing about Star Wars to love it.
It helps, but you don't need to know anything about it. But it's great. The podcast that we always listen to, we were talking about, they have their ranking meter where it's 1 through 10, and then they reserve spots 11 and 12 for like game changing, like monumental movies and TV shows, and they rated this one as a 12
anonymously.
Yeah,
everybody across the board unanimously, not anonymously, unanimously.
Yeah, they said it's the best TV show of the year in their opinion, and I'd agree.
Okay,
I'll watch it this summer.
I have not seen there yet though, so I can't comment on the best.
My TV show of the year is probably Peacemaker, but
Oh man, it was so good. I watched it
Yeah.
like 2 times through. I watched the intro every single time.
I'm not a DC gal.
Same.
Don't have to be. DC sucks. Peacemaker's great.
Well, have
I-
you heard the news on DC lately?
Yeah.
They let go
Godot.
Yeah, Godot lately. Like,
Yeah, and
she's
they
out.
told Dwayne Johnson he's out too, and Henry
Yeah.
Cavill.
Officially?
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Well,
He's got
well,
just wiping the slate clean and starting over.
they might do something down the line, is what I saw.
Yeah, I think the only thing they're for sure keeping is they're going to release the Joker 2 movie because they're already into it.
Yeah,
And
but they were already into like Batwoman too, weren't they?
yeah, but they put the can on that before James Gunn.
Oh.
That was like
Yeah.
a budget deal. But I think the only other thing they keep is maybe any of the James Gunn stuff that he's done, specifically like Peacemaker and Suicide Squad,
Oh.
and Matt Reeves' Batman movie. I think that's
Yeah.
the stuff they're keeping moving forward.
Weren't they gonna do like the next Joker as like a musical?
Yeah,
Did that get
it's not. They're in production right now.
Oh
Lady
my
Gaga-
god.
Lady Gaga's Harley
Lady
Quinn.
Gaga?
Yeah,
The Joker.
Joaquin Phoenix from the first movie.
Oh, they didn't change.
Yeah. So, since the last time you've been on the show, we've started doing tiers and tournaments and stuff like that. So this is a tier list of musical instruments.
Okay.
So
You're sharing a screen.
Oh,
yeah. Many wind instruments, most popular percussion instruments, and string instruments.
Okay.
We have S or S plus, which is like your best. S,
Okay.
which is also good, but like not better than the best. A,
Okay.
B, and C. I picked this one because, let's be real, you have kids that play this. I don't want them to think that their instrument is terrible.
Yeah.
I wish
So
I had played steel drums.
Dude, right? I actually know a guy that has a steel drum band.
That's sweet.
I know.
so where do we want to start?
Okay, where's the French horn?
Okay, French horn. Where
Hold
are
on. I need some more clarification. Just because Kenzie says it is, do we have to all unanimously agree on it?
Argue.
Yeah, we can
There it is.
argue. French
There
horn right down here.
There it is. Yeah. Okay. In my opinion, top tier, and here is why. One of the most difficult brass instruments to perfect. Also doubles as a mellophone when you're in a marching band, which when you're listening to DCI, that's the sustained notes when they're doing like their huge hits, you know, where
Are you telling me this? Because I already know that.
everybody, okay. Like they'll have a hit and then people are resting, but then there's like a mellophone sustain. Those are usually French horn players.
Are you saying S plus?
Yeah, absolutely. And they have the largest range. So they can play the highest and the lowest.
How does that make it the best though?
Because it takes a special kind of person to play it.
Yeah, it's
And
hard, so it's stupid.
No,
It's hard, and I can't do it well.
Just because you can't do it well doesn't make
It
sense.
is gorgeous. Okay.
Yeah, and if it's played well, it is c'est magnifique.
That's true.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
true. I'll agree with an S plus.
Okay.
I've been resting on this since you talked about doing this. I was like, French horn in the top.
What exactly is this potato looking thing? Do you know what this is?
Shaker.
Is it an egg
I think it's a
shaker?
shaker.
Okay, where are we gonna put that?
C.
It's a big fat C.
Yeah,
C?
like I'm sorry, percussionist, but
That's like a sub auxiliary
it
percussion
keeps
instrument.
like a beat. You just go
I'm
1
gonna
and
bust
2
mine out.
and 3. No, don't bust yours
It's
out.
a little
Like,
alien.
Yeah, I literally have 2 dozen of them that came in a literal egg thing at school. And they came in like a garden.
Hold on. So then if you put them all in the egg and then shake the big egg, does it sound really cool?
I guess
That's what I need to know.
The harp. Where do we
S
put
plus,
the harp?
S plus.
What are you talking
S
about?
plus.
Are you serious?
Yes. Tchaikovsky made the harp essential part of. Without the harp,
Oh, I thought you were
there's
saying
no,
he invented the harp, and I
No,
was like, I
no.
want to fact check that.
There is no Nutcracker.
The Nutcracker sucks.
Count on you.
Nutcracker's dumb.
You're dumb.
How
I
many
think it's
times?
an S plus, also because it takes a special type of person to be able to play the harp.
Here's the thing: we're gonna end up with all of the instruments in S plus if you keep making just like you can't just say everything's an S plus.
Okay, let's go to some other stuff that are like mid.
Okay.
Ooh, marching snare drum. So that's in the third
It's
row.
an S plus.
No, it's
Third-
not. Third row. Go to
The white one.
The
The-
white one.
This one?
That
Yeah.
one. Yeah. That's a mid. Easy, but
Let's A. We'll give
It's
it an A.
A?
You want to rank it lower than an A?
I do.
Oh, marching snares are so cool.
They're also super loud and hard to
Yeah. And the heads are made out of Kevlar. You can shoot them with a gun and you'd be saved.
He's right, though. You can.
I mean, it's not full Kevlar.
Well, yeah, and I guess it hasn't been tested?
I don't know. You want to hold one up and I'll shoot it?
Mythbusters.
So
A.
A?
A.
All right.
Executive version.
Executive. What makes
Yeah.
you
Because you got to put French horn in S plus.
tuba S plus?
Yeah, dog.
That's
So
is that
top
this
row?
Top
Oh,
right.
this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tuba S plus. You cannot have a fully formed, good sounding anything without tuba.
Okay. Do we know, like, 'cause I see a bunch of string instruments. Do we know what the difference is between some of these just by looking
so
at
the
them?
one that you're pointing at, so point at one, that's a violin. The other
Okay.
one, I think, is a viola.
No, that's a cello.
No,
it doesn't have an
that's
X.
a cello.
No, that's a bass. I know for sure that's a bass.
One.
That's a cello.
What?
Yeah, I forgot. I didn't see that one at first. I think that's a violin, viola, cello, bass.
Okay.
This is why we don't fight me.
Violin's dumb C.
Violins is a C? This
No.
It's too small and my fingers are big.
Okay.
Can't playing that one.
It's a very difficult instrument to perfect. It can sound easily like nails on a chalkboard. I will say that when it's a beginner. But also it's one of the earlier like Western art tradition instruments.
You mean
Okay.
the fiddle? Like what?
So-
Old West?
So this one right here, this is the violin right here,
That's
right?
viola.
Oh, so this one right here,
That one.
violin.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
I'm going to personally, because this is my show and I can decide this.
That's the
true.
executive
That's
decision,
true. That's what it
Justin.
is.
I'm gonna put it in an A, strictly based off of the fact that Yellow Card uses one.
Oh yeah, you're right. Maybe we're too harsh on it.
Yeah.
He does backflips. I met
Yes.
them.
That can be another podcast where
Yeah.
you guys talk about that kind of stuff. Because
Oh
he
yeah.
Work
met
tour.
a lot of
Work tour. Got to hang out with Yellow Card.
Okay, viola goes to C because alto clef is dumb.
Okay.
It's an alto clef?
Yeah.
What a stupid
Is it alto
thing.
or tenor clef? It's in one
Oh,
of
it's an
those.
alto.
Yeah, no, goes to C because alto clef is dumb.
Where is the clarinet? I believe this is the clarinet,
That's it.
right? Where do we put that?
S plus.
No, I think it's more of an S.
Okay.
Tell that to Gershwin.
I just like I'm a clarinet player and I love clarinet, but they're like in my opinion, there are other instruments that make more of an impact. Like clarinet's important, but you need 20 of them in a concert band to be heard. Like proper instrumentation is where a band is almost like a quarter clarinet because of how quiet
You're
it
coming
is.
at this all wrong.
What am I supposed to? No, I'm coming at it. I'm coming at my own way. So I love the clarinet, but it's an S.
Okay. What is this thing over here? Is this the recorder?
That's
No,
a
it's a
kazoo.
kazoo. That's a
A
C.
kazoo?
That's a
C,
C. Hard
C.
C.
Oh. So a
Okay.
kazoo, you hum into it, and there's a piece of paper on like that circle thing on top.
Is that how it works?
That's how it works.
Oh.
So you hum into it. And so all instruments are based off of vibrations, and that creates the vibration. So anytime we go to like an honor band, my students go and buy kazoos and then use kazoos all weekend.
Okay. I think one of these is the trombone. It's either this one
That
or
one.
this one, the one I
That
had.
one's a trombone. That's a bass trombone.
Yeah.
Okay. So what's the difference between this one and that one?
The tubes are bigger and there's more of them, so it plays lower.
It's like
on the bass
it's almost like a
trombone.
tuba, but it sounds like a trombone.
It plays the tuba range, but it's a trombone.
Okay. So I feel like that's an S.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'd agree. Like it's important as far as like beginners being able to play it.
Yeah, I'm just thinking all the disrespect that Tommy Dorsey's getting right now, but it's fine.
Well, and George Gershwin, apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My guys are turning in the graves.
Okay.
So I think we have a couple saxophones in here.
That one's an alto that you're on right now.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's a B.
And okay,
That's
I
a B.
apologize. Yeah, that's a B.
That's
I
a B.
apologize to all of my students that play alto, but they're all going to agree with me because right now I have 9 altos in my symphonic band.
It's just such a harsh sound.
It is. And it's the easiest instrument to learn, but the hardest to master. And they will all agree with me because you can learn that it's so easy to learn, but like to get the correct sound out of it is just
Is that the one that Bill Clinton plays?
I think it is.
He played a alto.
Yeah.
Okay.
But here's the thing, if you learn one saxophone, you can technically play them all because they have the exact same fingers that you put down.
I believe
they just sound different.
I believe, and I know this because it's the one that I played. I believe this is the baritone right here.
Yep.
Where?
Right.
Oh, there. Yeah.
Yep. And since I played that, I'm putting that in the A.
Really?
I'd even go with an S.
I would too.
Oh, okay.
I love baritone.
Yeah, they're very
okay. I will say this, don't let your friends throw your Dr. Pepper chapstick in there up through the top because it's impossible to get out.
Do you want to know a fun story about tuba baritone that my professors told me about in undergrad? Okay, so back in the day, they used to like put those little shots, like alcohol shots.
Oh, like the single shots? Yes.
Right, but they would like tie them up and put them down their barrels, and then during games, pull them out.
Oh yeah.
Good for them.
I believe this is the harmonica right here, down here.
Ooh, yeah.
Ooh, that. Where do we put that?
So I feel like that's like an average one because like if it's done well and it's done
either an A or B.
I was gonna say B.
Yeah, I would agree with that. It's a tough sound, but done in the right context, it can be yeah. So kind of like this one, yeah.
Yeah, B for Bob Dylan, one of the more known harmonica players.
Melodica.
I believe is that the flute? Ooh, I feel like that is an important. That's a very important instrument.
It's very important for concert band
and nothing else.
Well, Lizzo.
Well, it's not in CI or anything.
I generously say an A.
I would agree.
Yeah, I think I would agree on that too. Yeah,
and
like, you're the pet band.
And on top of that, Lizzo plays one.
Oh yeah, that's a good reason.
Yeah,
I can get down with that.
Yeah.
I believe is this a group of drums right here?
Marching basses S+.
That's 100 out of 10.
Plus.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here's why, Scotty.
Yes.
You go look up on YouTube DCI baseline or even just like drumline warm up.
Just skip to the Blue Devils and be done with it.
No. Santa Clara Vanguard. What are you talking about? Anyway, they do this thing called bass drum splits where they take all of these fast notes, but each person in the bass drum line plays one fast note, but they'll go like up and down the line or like play a melody. Oh my gosh. S+.
It's cool.
It's amazing.
Okay. I believe is this the xylophone right here?
That's marimba.
Oh, marimba. Okay.
Difference mallets.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah,
Where do
Um,
we put this?
I really like marimbas. I'd say either an A or an S. When people go 4 mallets, that's sweet.
Mm-hmm.
What it
Yeah, but
go ahead.
I don't know. Because I'm looking at it from a band director perspective, and not a lot of band directors even have marimbas. So to me, it's more of an SS plus because it's like a hot commodity. It's a rarity for some band directors. Like you go to
Yeah.
a small, regular old small 5 through 12 program, or I guess I shouldn't say most, but
you're saying S plus?
S or an S plus because it's such a rarity, just like French horns and a marching bass drum line.
I think I'm rocking with a solid S.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that. I feel like that's a happy medium.
I believe this is the steel drum, right?
Bongos.
Bongos.
Congas.
Okay. What we're learning here is I know nothing. So
No, you know more
Yeah,
than
you're
the
no- yeah.
average Joe, Scotty.
Yeah.
Like give yourself more credit.
all right. Well, is the steel drum even on here?
Yeah, it's down and to the left.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right here.
Are those?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, those are steel drums.
Those are sweet.
Those
Where
are
do-
not normal for a band ever.
Where do we
Steel
put
drum
the
band, they're pretty normal.
where do we
Thanks.
put the steel drums though?
I'd give them an A.
Yeah.
Like they're really cool, but they're not.
They're very
Okay.
niche.
Very niche, yeah.
We've been kind of dancing around it here. We got pianos here.
S plus.
Okay, so the one that's in the middle there, that's
This one.
piano. The one below it is a harpsichord.
That's a solid.
Oh, that's the harpsichord?
That's a
Give-
harpsichord.
Burn all of them.
They're so important to music history, though.
They sound terrible.
I would give those a C for relevance.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, a C for relevance. Do
We
you know
can't
the
go lower than a
difference?
C.
Do you know the difference, Scotty?
Not really.
Okay, so music appreciation teacher coming out. So the piano for the vibrations, like I was talking about earlier, the piano, they have chords inside the actual piano, and every time you hit a key, there's this little hammer that comes out and hits the like string or whatever.
It's
to make the
basically like
sound.
really thick guitar strings.
Yeah. And so
Okay.
something comes out and hits the sound. With a harpsichord, when you press the key down, there's this little thing that pops up that has these two hooks or a hook, and it plucks the string.
So it's a really harsh, gross
So
sound.
it sounds like really almost like tinny is how I describe it.
You know what? I'm gonna put the piano in S plus.
A
And the reason why is because I look at that and all I can think about is Vanessa Carlton in the 1,000 Miles music video.
Or who's the lady that performs the concert in TED?
Oh, Nora Jones.
Nora Jones, yeah.
That is out.
She's another one of those.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so we have a couple different trumpet looking things here.
Okay, point to one. That's a normal trumpet.
And
That
then
is,
That's a core. No, that's a piccolo trumpet, and that's a C.
this is a C.
no, that's
Yeah.
a B.
No way. It's so irrelevant unless you're in a professional orchestra.
It's cool.
No, it's a
Trump-
C.
Trumpet, I feel,
B.
just based off of Louis Armstrong alone, that's an S plus.
I'd say either an A or an S.
I'd go for an S. I'll give it like happy medium.
Okay. Okay.
The second he said Louis Armstrong, I'm like, yeah, you're right.
Yeah. It's just such a hard, again, coming at it from a band director, like
Makes my ears bleed if it's not done right.
Right. If it's not done right, it's like, ugh.
Yeah. Now, what are these colorful looking things down
They're
here?
stupid is what they are.
They're pea trumpets, so they're plastic trumpets. They're made, yeah, and we have pea bones at the school.
Yeah.
So
I've got one somewhere.
pea trumpets are a C
C.
Okay.
or lower.
Yeah.
D or
Melt,
E or F.
melt them down and bury them in the earth. They're good for cold weather. If you have to play in cold weather, they're great because
False. Just get a plastic mouthpiece.
oh yeah, well valves can still freeze.
Not if you're holding them.
I could be wrong. Is one of these a glockenspiel? Is that a real thing?
It is. You're
s-
correct. Move down.
Oh yeah, there it is.
Move to the right.
Next to the bass drum there.
Oh,
Down.
One down. There you go.
There.
right here.
Yep.
Okay, where do we put the glockenspiel?
C.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's rough. They're rough, man.
It's
They sound rough.
it gives me a headache.
Yeah.
It's an S tier name. It's an S tier name though. I like to say glockenspiel. It's a fun thing to say.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. They're most of the time in scores they're just called bells,
Yeah.
Okay.
which is lame.
This thing.
Wood block.
C.
C?
B. Maybe
B.
B. Maybe B.
B.
B. Okay.
Yeah. Block for yeah, B.
Let's go back to the harp because it's been staring at me for a while here.
I'm still sitting on an S plus, and maybe I'm biased because in college I wanted to learn harp. We had a harp studio in my college, and I wanted to learn it. So to me, it's just like, oh.
I can get down with that. I can.
Even an S. I would be down with an S if we're like really thinking this hard on
S.
it. Yeah.
Okay.
Like, it's really important, especially historically, but also it's super cool. And not many people can play the harp.
Well, that's true.
Are harps from? Correct me if I'm wrong. Are they from Sweden?
Oh, I guess I don't know that far.
Maybe.
Okay. They seem Swedish to me. I don't know why.
I know that they're derivative of like the lyre, which is the Greek. Oh, hi Leia. Hi baby. Do you want to point it down so that he can see the Sheba? This is Princess Leia.
Aww.
Hey baby, what's wrong? You coming to say hi?
She just wants to be in the pod.
So we got a that's definitely a guitar. I want to say is that a bass?
Yeah, that's a bass.
Oh.
Is there an upright bass though?
Yeah.
Okay, so electric bass is an S, upright bass S plus.
Okay. So this is which one is this?
That's electric. That's an S.
Okay. Oops.
Well, now we know what he really thinks about it.
No.
The bass is the one between the upright bass is between the two saxophones there.
Okay.
Left. That one.
This one?
Yeah.
That's an S plus, you say?
S plus, absolutely.
It's pretty sweet.
It makes a huge difference in a concert band too.
I don't know if this is is this the cymbals that people just like clang together? That feels like a C.
Yeah.
Yeah, like if you have a really good drum line, they can do some really cool visuals with it. But I'd rather have a marching bass drum line than,
Yeah.
An acoustic guitar. I'm pretty sure that's an acoustic.
It is. You're right.
A.
I'd agree.
It's fine.
I was gonna say that too. I just didn't want to be offensive.
It's fun sometimes. It's not the greatest.
Gong.
Oh God. That's what that is?
That's a gong, yeah. Okay, hear me out. S plus simply because listen. No, I'm just
what?
No, just listen. From the aspect of you can hit it as hard as you possibly want and make a really cool sound. But otherwise I would say a B or a C. It's the first thing that all of my music appreciation kids want to hit.
B. That's a hard B.
It's the first thing my music appreciation kids want to
hit.
I'd
agree with the B because
maybe an A if you count in like bowing it or something.
Oh, bowing
Because
is
those
so
are
cool. Yeah.
that's weird.
Melodica's a C. That's a melodica.
No,
Okay.
it's melodicas are awesome. I think a B.
Fine. I would agree to a B.
Yeah.
Because who
Okay.
was lately
Oh, Counting the Stars. Who is that?
melodica in it.
Mm,
Da, 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 da.
What? Counting Stars?
Yeah.
yeah, who sings that? Why can't I think of this?
Will be count. Oh, One Republic.
Yeah.
That they use melodica.
Bongos.
Congas. Sorry. It doesn't
All
really
right.
matter.
Wait, what are these?
Those are the
Congas.
congas, and then the little ones that are like on the bottom row to the right, those are bongo.
Oh,
One more. Those
this
ones.
one?
Those are
Ooh,
bongos.
where do we put the bongos then?
Maybe a B if I'm
I would
feeling
say
real
both
generous.
congas and bongos honestly are like a B.
Yeah.
They're important when it comes to like certain types of music, but
There's not really a whole lot of like
not in Western.
technique in it either.
Yeah, there is, but not in Western art culture.
Not a lot.
No.
I feel like this is a snare drum. Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
That's an S.
I'd agree.
March like Sousa marches. You play an old like early 1900s march, late 1800s march without a snare.
Okay, fine.
Good luck.
It's just so hard to make sound good.
No, they're not. Know how to tune your drum.
I too.
But I'm not saying that. Don't be reading this out of context here.
What is that just what is that?
Gibson SG
Oh my
electric
God.
guitar.
Electric guitar.
That is a
Electric guitar.
S++.
Agreed.
You don't have any rock music without an electric guitar.
Yep.
Any of it.
Guns N' rock and roll.
Yeah.
The acoustics, they didn't have electricity.
That was blues. Rock and roll started with Elvis, electric guitar.
It didn't start with Elvis.
All right, let's go back to the front here.
Congas are a B.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm feeling real nice.
If they were djembes, I would say something higher.
Oh.
Bari sax is an S plus.
Yeah.
Or an S. S plus or an S.
S+.
If it's played well, it's basically like a tuba for a saxophone.
Who's the guy from Too Many Zoos
Oh,
that dances around and has the pink hair?
Back in the day, like there was this viral video of those guys in like the subway station, and they had this Bari sax player, and his feet were like doing this, and he was dancing back and forth. Do you remember that?
I think so.
Yeah. Anyway, he's now in Too Many Zoos, or like,
And it's awesome. They have this one song where the music video, they're in a parking garage.
in a car, and it's like
car
alarm. I think
it's just called car alarm. But they set off the car alarm, and then they play a song with the car alarm going off. And the car alarm is the beat.
It's a great discussion I have with Music Appreciation. Like,
Too Many Zoos is great.
It's fun.
All right.
Anyway, that's a tenor saxophone, and I would
S
put
plus.
that. Yeah, I'd put that at S or an S plus.
That's the sexy sax man sax. No, he plays tenor.
Do you remember Sexy Sax Man?
Oh, that might be an alto.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Sax Man saxograms.
He played Careless Whisper.
He played that one song.
Do it in the middle of a mall food court.
Okay, Piccolo.
C.
No.
Get it out of here.
Okay, Stars and Stripes.
A. It's an A.
Yep.
So,
if it's played well, it's
that
an A.
was tough for me to say.
Or B. No, we could say B because we talked about with like alto and harmonica.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. It's a B.
Is that an oboe?
I think that's an oboe.
I think that's an oboe. Yeah.
It's so squawky.
It is, unless it's played really well, and then it's like glorious sound. And it's so rare.
B. If we're grading like piccolos and altos, it has to be a B then.
Yep. I agree.
Or just if it's done well, it's a B.
Also, random thing that I know about the oboe, Bo Burnham knows how to play one.
Really?
Yes.
That's awesome. Love that dude.
That's random. That is random.
he actually plays it in his song Oboe.
I've never heard that.
Is that from like his most recent?
That's from like a decade ago.
Yeah, that'd be an old one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Soprano saxophone. No, thank you, Kenny G.
What are you talking about? Yes, thank you, Kenny
No.
G. Gary doesn't have a hit song without Kenny G.
C.
I'd agree. I'm not a big Kenny G guy, so
Yeah,
yes. C.
I'm not a fan of
Okay.
soprano saxophone.
I'm down for that. I don't really like Kenny G that much either.
Saxophone players are obsessed with soprano, though.
Just because it's cool.
Yeah, it's niche. Okay, that xylophone.
Vibes.
Oh,
Are those
ooh,
vibraphones?
Yeah, it's got the pedal.
okay.
I mean, it's literally called Vibes. That's an A.
Yeah,
I would say A as well.
Yep.
They're super cool if you have to bow them or if you need the pedal down, but otherwise they're just another mallet instrument.
Okay.
Hi-hats, that's an A.
Yeah, I'd agree. It's
Okay.
another vibey instrument, the hi-hat.
Well, every single drum kit ever
Well,
in every
you just
band.
need- I'm thinking again, band teacher, concert band.
Yeah,
You
you
use
gotta
them in
get outside of the box here.
Okay, well,
Every jazz band gonna play without hats.
they can because they just need they don't need
No.
it. Okay.
No.
Yes, they can just play on.
You're saying very offensive things right now.
Anyway, just put it on your side and cello.
Is
I'd
this
say that A or an S.
what is this, first of all?
Hello.
Is it
So
cello?
Basically,
Okay.
it's full bass. Are you talking to Siri?
I said cello and my theory said hello. It's like it's in between a viola and a cello. So it goes
Viola and a
violin.
bass.
Okay, yeah. It goes violin, viola, cello, bass, as far as like high to low.
Okay. So where do we want to put this?
I like it at A.
I think A as well. They're very cool sounding. Yo-yo ma.
Yeah. The
Oh
Bach
yeah.
concerto.
Now I don't know if I see it here. Is the mandolin anywhere in here?
Nope.
Dang, that's unfortunate.
Suspended cymbal.
Yeah, man. That's like the most important instrument in the whole band.
Disagree. English horn. That's the English horn.
That's gross.
It's like the
Big
big
oboe.
sister of the oboe.
Okay, I don't think I've ever seen one before.
It's what the snake charmers use.
And it's only
Oh,
in Dvorak's New World Symphony.
And charming snakes.
See?
okay. See, yeah.
Yeah,
Very niche, although it is required for this year's All-State Band.
that's gross.
I know.
S.
I
S.
agree. Bass trombone, yeah.
Okay.
It's a little too niche to be S plus,
Oops.
but it's very important.
But man, when it hits a
Oh,
low,
it sounds so good.
Oh, go listen to the Captain America theme.
Suspended cymbal. Hear me out before
That
you
is an
disagree.
S
S
plus.
Okay.
Without
Correct.
suspended
It
cymbals.
makes the difference in any band music that you hear.
Well, even popular music, whenever you hear a cymbal swell
That's true.
into a chorus or something.
They like roll on it.
Yeah.
That's a suspended
It's
cymbal.
good stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. What is this here?
Okay,
exactly.
so in our band, they're the quad toms for marching band, but these are quad toms with actually those are quint toms with a Spock. But they're a marching drum.
Okay. Oh, ooh,
Fuck.
so they're the drums from like Drumline and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, they're the ones that have different sounds and they're like right in front of the person.
Also, if you're really into it, look up some DCI quad stuff.
Oh, just you
It's
have
crazy.
to go YouTube DCI drum lines. You
Yeah,
have to.
like parking lot warm ups and
Oh
stuff
my
like that. It's
gosh,
great.
It's incredible. Anyway, I would almost put those up at S or an S plus because
I
of
was
how-
just gonna say, yeah.
I do an S.
Okay.
Yeah?
You talked me into that.
Not an elite instrument, but it's real good.
What do we got here?
bass clarinet.
Oh,
What?
Yeah, it's another one that's crucial
That's
for like
an
that
A.
low sound. An
That's
A.
an A. That's a hard A.
Hold on, skip that one. E flat
Okay.
clarinet is the next one.
Gross. It's always out
B.
of tune.
B, hard B.
Yeah.
It's crucial for certain things, but like unnecessary.
I will say this about the bass clarinet. That's what my brother played.
Okay, we can do an S.
Okay, hold on, because we only have like what, 1 or 2 slots left in S.
Well, we can make it as big as we
Okay.
can.
I wanna come back to that.
Okay.
Claves are very
That's
important.
an S plus.
I would say it's an S plus or an A.
You don't get your groove on down south without clave.
Yeah, they're very important to like Latin music.
Okay.
Tambourine's a C.
Okay. I'm gonna jump over to here. What is
Bassoon.
this?
It's a
Bassoon.
fart machine.
No, it's not. Bassoon is so important. But I will say it's an A.
Yeah,
I'll say it's an
Okay.
A. Yeah. It's super hard to learn. Timpani, S plus.
S plus.
S plus.
This S plus?
Yeah.
Yeah. Scotty, you have to come to our
Tips are
variety
sweet.
night because my kids, my percussionists, are obsessed with timpani solos. And so it's like 4 or 5 drums with different pitches, and they have to make the sound, like tune it to the correct pitch. But like they'll play it, but then they'll do it, almost looks like a dance because they'll be like, and like playing it's
Exactly like that.
it's so
It's exactly how.
xylophone.
Gross. B.
A. It's important for like ragtime.
I agree with A.
Yeah.
I don't know what that's supposed to be.
Is it an A flat?
That's a C then. If that's an A clarinet, it's not A flat.
Oh, I thought.
I think that's an A clarinet.
Okay. So
Which
you say
is just-
C?
Yeah, because so an A clarinet is literally the normal, like our normal clarinet, but pitched differently and usually only used in orchestra.
Okay.
Very, very niche. Bass drum, S plus.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Mhm.
Agreed. I played that in high school once upon a time.
Oh my gosh, so important. So important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Verdi.
Well, even enjoying all things. I had to
I'm-
like do a one-on-one with my bass drum player.
College football programs don't win games without hearing Verdi in the stands.
Well, which isn't it Mizzou that has the giant bass drum that they wheel out, like their special bass drum? Yeah.
Vikings do it too. Go Vikes.
Do they
Oh
have
yeah.
a giant bass drum? Oh, well, there you go. The more you know.
Oh yeah. Of course we
Okay.
do.
I feel like tamborine's like an A or a B because it's very important in certain contexts. Like
B.
no, but think of like Tchaikovsky.
B.
The
I'm sorry,
timbre.
claves are an S plus, but your tambourine, which is important to like gypsy and Jewish music, is a B.
I can be talked into an A.
I could be talked into an A.
I feel like A means average, right? Like it can, you know.
I'm
Yeah.
just trying to like make sure we're not putting a tambourine over something below it. I'd agree with that. Bass clarinet. Where were we at with that one?
We were deciding, and I said, let's move on.
What were
S.
I can do an S.
I could do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Now,
Or a horn.
what do we want
I'm
to?
really sorry, man.
What do we want to have as like the leader of the pack of each of these tiers?
Horn.
French horn
Wait,
on this one?
No.
Electric
Hold
guitar.
on. No. It's
Electric
not even
guitar.
up there.
Yeah, it is.
That's a bass. I thought that was
That's-
electric
no,
bass.
bass
Oh, that's
is-
the electric. Okay, hold on. Let's think about this.
This is the toughest question I've ever been asked.
Yeah, geez, Scotty.
I feel like it has to be the guitar.
I could see an argument for tuba.
That's what I was thinking tuba as well, but then it depends. Okay, so hear me out. It depends on like where you're coming from. So like if you're coming from like a pop music side of things or like an American music side of things, you would skew more guitar. But if you're thinking like Western art culture or like concert band or even marching band, you would probably skew more tuba.
It could also just be what do you like better?
I know. Wow. That's
I feel like I hear more guitar just overall. So, I mean, And it's also my show.
Yeah, that's my guy.
It just depends on what you listen to more, and that's okay.
Actually, let's go by this. This will be the deciding factor.
No, it's his show. That's the deciding factor.
Well, no, but also like to make that argument, how many of those instruments are in this room currently? I think
That's
guitar
not
guitar wins.
He owns like 11 guitars. That's
13.
not
13.
I'm not gonna lie, I have a guitar in my in a room back there. So
What do you got?
which is more proof that tuba means more because people don't usually own a tuba because it's so rare to own.
I'll put the tuba in front of the French horn then.
Okay.
And then let's
Yeah.
bump the French horn down to a B.
No, shut up. Yo, that's my tertiary.
I'll put the piano in I'll put the piano in right there as well. Now let's go down to the B. What's the best of the B's?
Trombone.
Or the S's, I should say.
I'm
What's the
thinking
best-
trombone.
Yeah,
You
I'd
go
agree.
trombone.
I said trombone, yeah. And then clarinet.
This one?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. What's the best of the A's?
I'd say either acoustic or steel drums.
Steel drums.
I love steel drums.
You hear the most for S plus, and now you're just like, oh yeah, I really think the steel drums. Going based off of what you hear the most, then you would go for acoustic guitar or violin. Or no, that's viola. Wait,
Well, that's violin.
yeah, that's violin.
I gotta go with the steel drums, honestly.
I'm gonna just let you two finish this one out.
So
Just kidding.
okay.
B.
Harmonica, 100%.
No, I'm gonna say saxophone because it's the easiest to learn, but the hardest to master.
I get down with
Yeah,
saxophone.
I feel like this one's right.
Yeah.
Best of the
after
C's.
C trumpet?
The trumpet.
Oh, that's a
Or piccolo,
piccolo
sorry.
trumpet. No.
Oh, soprano sax?
Cymbals, and here's why. No,
What?
here's why. Like, if a kid shows up to band and wants to play but doesn't know anything, we're like, yeah, play cymbals until we, can teach you something. Or like, if a choir kid shows up to pep band and wants to be a part of it, we're like, can you keep a beat? And also, they can give you really cool visuals.
Okay.
Okay.
Did I make it good enough? Yes.
Honestly, I don't really care about the C's, so you do whatever you want.
Even better to do because it's annoying.
Not any more annoying than a harpsichord.
All right.
Oh.
So we are downloading that
We're gonna get so much hate.
for later. 1 second here. All right. So that was a lot of fun.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I could fight about. I'm really disappointed theremin wasn't on there though.
Dude,
You've got to look up a theremin.
That's
okay.
That's the instrument of all
Doesn't
time.
Keith Haversberger have
Yeah.
a theremin? Keith
Pretty sure.
Haversberger of the Try Guys has a theremin. You don't touch. You don't touch it. It's wild.
Yeah, there's like a pole that goes up and a pole that goes down.
It's all based off of electronics.
Yeah, and how it bounces off of your hand. So
I would have put that as
closer.
plus
It does,
most
yeah.
important.
Oh man, it's so cool.
Yeah. I will put on for the mandolin personally, always.
I mean, that is very.
Ukulele wasn't on there either.
No.
wasn't. And I would have probably put that pretty far up there because that's one a lot of people want to learn. Like, it's like their gateway drug into learning an instrument, or like getting into music.
Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah, this was a lot of fun. Next week's show is going to be a best of 2022, or as some people might have heard or seen, the Scotty Awards is next week's show. So yeah, with that being said, do you guys have any closing thoughts before the post show?
Stay warm.
Teach your kids tuba.
All right.
Thanks, Scotty. This was
Thanks,
fun.
Scotty.
Yep. Thanks for listening, everybody.